blood pressure, heartburn, or cholesterol.
Hey,
Taking such medication?
this is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And what you're looking at here is my Eton Traveler 3. Now, I reviewed this several months ago. Pretty cute little portable radio. Very unique radio in that it has this, let me get the door open here. It has this selector switch so you can select the time just by rotating the switch. What I mean, the time zone. Then I did a review of this. So, one of my subscribers just sent me its, I don't want to call replacement, but yeah, maybe a replacement. And that is, right here, this is the Grundig Executive Traveler. And it's got a few differences, but not that many. So I'm going to quickly go over those differences. I'm not going to review the radio in detail because essentially it's this radio, which I've already reviewed in detail. So let me take this out of the box. Here's the manual, and guess what? This is the same manual that comes with this guy. Yep, it's the same identical manual. I thought they were different, but I went and got my manual for the other one, and notice it doesn't say anything about executive on the title. It's the same manual. So I'm thinking, as far as the functions, they're identical. Now maybe the details, maybe sensitivity and stuff like that is different, and I'll be doing some testing to see if I can discern that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So anyway, that's the manual. One obvious difference is, if I can get it out of the box, move the box here out of the way, is it comes with this really nice case. Now, it's kind of a semi-built-in case. It reminds me of the Grundig, I think it's the 1000 or the 3000, that had the speaker opening right here, and it had the same type of case. Really nice. Appears to be real leather. Really nice case. And then this one, you just flip it up, and there's the radio. Now there's one difference. This difference right there is on the, and no, there it went off. Okay, I was going to say the backlight's on all the time. Didn't make sense that it would be because it burned the battery out. I mean, yeah, discharged the battery. So that's. I guess I must have touched the tuning knob or something, because touch any knob and the display comes on. Let me just look. I don't know if there's any adjustment. Now what I'll be doing in this video is kind of switching back and forth, and that's interesting. I may have to move the camera around to show you. Let me zoom out a little bit. And of course it only stays on for a couple of seconds. But I can't get them both on at the same time. Okay, and they don't stay on. I don't think there's any way to keep them on. Let me push and hold the light button. See if that keeps it on. Set this down. I'll do the same thing here. Oh, well, that's different. I didn't notice that before. But anyway, what I was trying to show you, and I give up, is this one, the older one, doesn't have that background light, I'll call it, where the background is lit up and the numbers are lit up. This one, and I'll show you on this one, see how bright the backlight is? Shows kind of an aura. I'll do one at a time. That's what I'll do instead of fighting. See there? You can actually saw both of them there for a second. So this is much clearer. Now, I don't remember if there's a setting for intensity. It acts like the intensity on this one is too high. Again, I don't know if there's a setting or not. Okay, I guess I could read the manual for a change. No, I actually went through the entire manual to see if I could see any differences between the two manuals. It's the same manual. They didn't put out a new manual. Didn't have to, because I think it's functionally the same. But I did notice okay, it is the same. Okay, so the buttons are the same. So these buttons are the same, got the same function, they're identical. Same on the sides, same connections on this side. So that's pretty much the same. When I saw, and even it shows in my video, when I looked at this ad on Universal Radio, for instance, this appeared to be ivory color, which would have been stunning, such as my ATS 909X. It's not. It's silver. I don't like the silver. A lot of new vehicles have on the inside, on their dash, have this silver plastic look. I hate that. That's why I wouldn't even consider a new vehicle, because they all got that, unless you get a real expensive car and it has wood grain. Okay, so much for that rambling. So the function keys seem to be the same. When we look at the keys down here behind the little door, yeah, they're the same. So cosmetically, right off the bat, I don't see any difference. Now, one thing I did notice right away when I first opened it, besides the case, is the antenna. Again, I'll try to put them side to side. Maybe I'm zoomed in too much, but I'm trying to give you a close-up view. This one just has the hinged antenna, and you can rotate it 360, but unless it's something down inside, and I've tried pulling on it and it doesn't come out, this is only a single hinge. So when you try to put it on its stand, maybe I should zoom out a little bit, keep going off camera. When you put it on its little stand, the antenna, let me rotate it, rotate it as far as I can. The antenna points out at a 45-degree angle. You cannot pull it forward anymore. This newer model, the Executive, has a double hinge. So that means that you can unhook the antenna, can rotate it, and then you can, don't want to break it because they're vulnerable to break it. You can then get the antenna, and let me put the, well, see, I can't put the kickstand out because I got the cover on it. And the other thing I can't do is when I am trying to lay it down like this, and I've got this antenna vertical, then the cover won't stay up. Okay, so even though the cover is really nice, it's a little non-functional. So you got to straighten the antenna out so that you can get the cover off. And it's got little magnets here to hold it on, similar to, like I say, the 1000 or the 5000, whatever it is. And then it slides off. Okay, now it's out of your way. Now you can use the kickstand, and you can use this double hinge very carefully. You don't break the antenna off. And now you can have the antenna totally vertical, which is what you want, where on this, the older one, it's going off on a 45-degree angle. So that's a big difference. As far as I'm concerned, that's a major improvement. if you're using the built-in antenna. Now, this radio does, neither one of these radios has an external antenna jack. So forget about that. The displays, as far as what's on them, let me turn this one on and turn the volume down. Darn light. I hate these radios that you can't, as an option, keep the backlight on. I hate that. Because I like to, be able to, across the room, look at the displays. Okay. Yeah, they're identical. And that's why they can use the old manual, because the buttons are the same, the display's the same. I'm still searching for any differences besides the antenna and the case. Still searching for that. I haven't found it. And when I reviewed this radio, I did like this radio. It's a little expensive. It's this one. I don't remember what this one is now because this is an older design. This one is about $90. Now, if you compare that to this guy, this Texan, which is about $50, and it has a numeric keypad and all kinds of other functions, this is the deal. This is not a deal. Not a deal. Unless you're really into this clock function, world clock function. That's the only advantage. I don't know if I'm going to talk about anything else because, like I say, you can go back and see my review on this one. I think they're identical. I will do some side-by-side reception testing to see if maybe they improve the reception, maybe. That could be. That's about it. If you have any questions about this new one, like I say, this is new. This design just came out recently, within a month or so ago. I thank the gentleman for sending me one for reviewing. I think that's about it. Again, if you have any questions, things that you think might be different, or just anything about this one you have a question about, whether should you buy it or not, let me know. Send me a email or leave a comment. So that's about it. I'll keep looking at these and see if I can find any more differences. Bye-bye.